Imagine this. You're sitting at home, and suddenly, everything goes dark. What would you do in a power outage? It's not a question we ask ourselves often, but it's an important one. Power outages can happen at any time, due to a variety of reasons like storms, technical difficulties, or even a squirrel with an unfortunate fate. When the lights go off, are you prepared? This video is your guide to being ready. We're going to discuss the top 10 items you should have on hand in case of a power outage. These are things that will keep you safe, comfortable, and sane when the rest of the world is stumbling in the dark. From the practical to the slightly amusing, these items will help you weather any power outage with ease and perhaps even a sense of humor. So, are you ready to find out the 10 things you should have on hand for a power outage? Let's dive in. First on the list, and probably the most obvious, are flashlights and batteries. Now you might be thinking, well, duh, but hear me out. When the power goes out and your entire block is plunged into darkness, you'll be groping around in the dark, quite literally. A flashlight, my friends, becomes your beacon in the black. But what's a flashlight without its trusty sidekick, the battery? As inseparable as Batman and Robin, they are. Having a good stock of spare batteries is just as crucial as the flashlight itself. Because when the batteries in your flashlight give up the ghost, you don't want to be left in the lurch, do you? So let's stock up on those flashlights and batteries, people. Small ones, big ones, LED ones, you name it. And don't forget the batteries. Lots and lots of batteries. Remember, when the lights go out, you'll be grateful you have a flashlight at hand. Next up, non-perishable food. Now let's talk about the belly-filling, comfort-giving, energy-supplying stuff we call food. When the lights go out and the fridge goes silent, you'll want to have an arsenal of non-perishable food items on hand. These are items that don't require refrigeration, cooking, or any special preparation. Imagine a pantry filled with canned beans, fruits, vegetables, and meats. Not to mention sealed packages of dried fruits, nuts, and jerky. And who could forget the old standby peanut butter? The high-protein spread is a nutritional powerhouse and doesn't need refrigeration. We can also consider grains like rice or quinoa, but remember, these will need a heat source to cook. So they're great if you have a camping stove, but not so much if you're completely without power. Remember, variety is the spice of life, and that's just as true in a power outage. Being prepared means you won't go hungry when the power's out. Third on our list is clean water. Now you might be thinking, water? I've got plenty of that coming out of my taps. But hear me out. In the event of a power outage, your water supply could be compromised. Without power, water treatment plants may stop functioning, leaving you with a big problem: no clean water. Imagine not being able to quench your thirst or take a refreshing shower. Not a pleasant thought, right? That's why it's crucial to have a stash of clean water on hand. So, how much water should you store? The general rule of thumb is 1 gallon per person per day. This should cover both drinking and hygiene needs. If you have a family of 4, you're looking at storing 4 gallons of water each day. Remember, water is the essence of life. In a power outage, having clean water is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Item number 4, a first aid kit. Now you might think this is a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised at how many people overlook this essential item. A first aid kit is like a superhero hiding in your cabinet, ready to swoop in when you least expect it. It's there for those minor injuries that can happen at any time, especially during a power outage. Imagine stumbling around in the dark and accidentally bumping your shin against a coffee table. Ouch. A Band-Aid from your first aid kit can come to the rescue. Or what about that annoying headache from straining your eyes in the dim light? That's where your painkillers, neatly tucked away in your kit, come into play. And let's not forget about allergies. They don't take a break just because the power's out. So having antihistamines on hand can be a real game changer. Remember, a power outage is no time to be without basic medical supplies. Halfway through our list, we have the portable charger. Now you might be wondering, why would we need a portable charger in a power outage? Well, let me explain. In this modern world, our phones and other devices are our lifelines. They keep us connected to our loved ones, provide us with critical updates, and even entertain us when the lights go out. But without power, these devices are as useful as bricks. That's where the portable charger comes in. It's like a power bank for your phone. A good portable charger can keep your phone juiced up for days, ensuring you can make calls, send messages, and access important information even when the power grid is down. Some portable chargers even come with solar panels so you can recharge them during the day and use them at night. It's a smart investment, really. With a portable charger, you can ensure you stay connected even when the power's out. Item 6, a manual can opener. Imagine the frustration of having a pantry full of canned goods but no way to open them. Without electricity, your electric can opener becomes a fancy paperweight. That's where the trusty manual can opener comes in. It's a simple tool that doesn't rely on power, only your hand strength. It's compact, easy to use, and can be a real lifesaver when you need to access your canned food supply. It might seem old school, but in a power outage, a manual can opener is a must. Moving on to item 7, warm clothing and blankets. You might be wondering, why would I need these? Well, let me tell you, if the power goes out, so does your heating system. That means your cozy, warm home could turn into a chilly igloo in a matter of hours. So it's wise to have some extra layers of clothing and fuzzy blankets on hand. They can be your best friends in keeping you toasty during those cold, powerless nights. Stay warm, stay safe. Next up, cash and important documents. In an age where digital transactions are the norm, it's easy to forget the value of good old-fashioned cash. But when a power outage hits, ATMs and card machines could be out of commission. Having a stash of cash on hand can be a real lifesaver. And let's not forget about the importance of keeping key documents safe. From birth certificates to insurance policies, these crucial papers can be your lifeline in the wake of a crisis. It's wise to keep these documents in a waterproof and fireproof safe to ensure they're protected no matter what. Consider also keeping a list of important contacts, such as family members, doctors, and insurance agents. This list could prove invaluable if your phone battery dies or if you lose access to digital information. In a power outage, being prepared can mean having cash and important documents at the ready. Ninth on our list, entertainment. Power outages may be inconvenient, sure, but they don't have to spell out doom and gloom for your day. In fact, they can become an opportunity to retreat from our digitally dominated lives and reconnect with simpler pleasures. Let's think about books, board games, or playing cards. These old-school pastimes can provide hours of enjoyment, stimulate the mind, and bring family members or friends together in a fun and engaging way. Ever tried solving a Rubik's Cube in candlelight? Or how about dusting off that guitar in the corner of your room? You'd be surprised at the fun you can have when you're not constantly checking your phone. So, while you're stocking up for a power outage, don't forget to include a few items for entertainment because, let's face it, there's only so much shadow puppetry one can enjoy. A power outage doesn't have to be boring. And finally, personal hygiene items. Now you might think, why would I need to stock up on toilet paper, soap, and toothpaste in a power outage? Well, let's put it this way. Even in the dark, personal cleanliness can't take a back seat. It's not just about smelling good, it's about staying healthy. Toilet paper, for instance, is one of those things you don't realize how important it is until you run out of it. And soap, my friends, is not just for those refreshing showers. It's your first line of defense against germs. Then there's toothpaste. Sure, you could go a day or two without brushing, but why take the risk of a toothache in the middle of a power outage? So stock up on these items. They're essential, they're cheap, and they're compact. Remember, personal hygiene is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Keeping clean is crucial, even in a power outage. So there you have it, the 10 items to stock up on for a power outage. From flashlights and batteries to keep the darkness at bay, to non-perishable food and clean water for sustenance. A first aid kit for emergencies, a portable charger to keep your devices powered, and a manual can opener because, well, how else are you going to get into those cans of beans? Don't forget warm clothing and blankets to fend off the chill, cash, and important documents for unforeseen needs, and some form of entertainment to keep your spirits high. And let's not forget personal hygiene items because, let's face it, nobody wants to be stuck in a power outage with bad breath. These items aren't just things, they're lifelines in a situation that can be challenging and unpredictable. Preparedness is not just about having things, it's about ensuring you can weather any storm. Remember, in a power outage, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.